A lot of nonsense happened over the holiday period, most of it activist related. Just last week we had another group of climate themed protesters throwing soup at Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa because, I don't know, they want sustainable food or something. On that note, Michael, they never attack modern art. No one's throwing soup at anything painted in the last 100 years. Why is that?
I think it's the tantrum effect. Basically, they're chucking a tantrum by chucking soup, and it's meant to have that impact because it's these are classical pieces or Renaissance pieces and the like. One way to think of it is it's like an attack on the modern era in many ways, particularly from that liberal democratic sense of things and the liberal arts. So it's really is sort of trying to undo that individual freedom, individual expression, and in such a way that people are aghast, and that's the whole impact that they're trying to achieve. Thankfully, many of these great works of art are well protected.
Yes, well, I'm not sure how they keep getting into these galleries wearing massive activist T-shirts, carrying cans of soup. I mean, it's not your usual attire for going to the art gallery, but there's a general sense out there that Western society has lost its art as it lost its culture. I mean, our kids are defacing statues, they don't carve new ones. Our buildings in our cities are three-dimensional versions of a corporate spreadsheet, and our fiction is unreadable garbage, while the majority of our film and TV is basically a Maoist education session. Michael, is society in trouble when its art is so bad the protesters won't even touch it?
There's an interesting metaphor. I wasn't aware of this, but apparently the last two generations haven't been taught how to write in cursive, and they're even referring to it as joined up writing, which sounds so basic, it's just incredible. And I think a lot of this stems from there, but it's really interesting. I really feel there's a change is in the wind, and in the US apparently they're forcing students to start writing in cursive again, and one of the reasons, of course, for anyone who journals or writes by hand, it really is the tactile experience that works with your memory and creativity and all these things. So, when we look at architecture, for example, it really is so boring. It's like we slap an orange panel on something and call it architecture, and really it's a big shed. We've lost a lot of things that, like our great Federation architecture and those sorts of things. We've really lost that. But I think there's definitely a movement of change that's starting to happen, and rebellion against that sort of woke influence. We may not see that in the arts for some time, of course, because they're enjoying the government support that they're getting, of course. So, hopefully we'll see this change occur at the grassroots level very soon.
Oh, well, I saw a video on Libs of TikTok where they tried to take a phone off one of these students and she sprayed her lecturer with pepper spray. So we're a long way from finding some kind of sensible centre in the education system.